Thank you for joining the Bible Stories, home of Bible stories told in an African way and with an African touch. I believe that you are being blessed. We are still on the journey to gaining more subscribers. Have you subscribed? Have you been sharing? Share. Spread the news. Let more people get to hear these stories, because these stories, you agree with me, these stories are awesome. Yeah? Okay, so I want to continue with the story of Samuel. It depends on who your Sunday school teacher or your English teacher was. Okay, so last time I told you about how Hannah prayed, and eventually the priest Eli sent her with a blessing, and she got the baby, and eventually she brought the boy to Eli. So Hannah, I don't know whether before this she was a poet, but after she got the child, she became a poet, and she wrote a poem, a song, and she sang, and it was a very, very powerful song, which you can find in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 1 to 9, thereabout. That song was very prophetic, because later they continued to go to Shiloh, where the Ark of the Covenant was, and where Eli was ministering. So they continued to go there as a family. And let me tell you something that is very strange, is that Peninnah was never mentioned again. So I don't know, what side of the coin would you want to be? Would you want to be a Peninnah or a Hannah? You know, Peninnah, the only time she's mentioned was when she was taunting Hannah before she got children. Now I guess there's nothing to write about her, because the only thing she did was taunt someone. I'd rather be on the good side. So anyway, we never hear about her. So now the Bible tells us that they continued to go to Shiloh. So one time they went to Shiloh, Elkanah and Hannah. I don't know where Peninnah and her sons were, but she's not mentioned. Anywho, they go to present their gifts to the Lord, and Eli blesses them. Eli says, "May you get more sons to replace the one that you prayed for and gave to the Lord." And guess what? God did hear that prayer, because eventually Hannah got 3 more sons and 2 daughters. So God blessed her. God blessed her and Elkanah. And it seemed they were very, very happy. And so we continue to hear the story of Ramah, where they came from, because Eli was from the family of Levi. Yeah, so anyway, they would keep coming to Shiloh to worship, and anytime they would come to worship, Hannah would bring a garment, something for Samuel to serve in. The Bible says specifically that Samuel ministered in a linen ephod. So he was being dressed as a priest, in as much as he was a young boy, but it was in linen. And he continued to be mentored by Eli. Eli taught him the things of God, taught him the scriptures, taught him how to serve. And that is why, like I said in the previous episode, that Samuel became the greatest judge that lived. But now, Samuel was not only a judge, but he also became a prophet and a priest in his time. I hope you have been blessed by this story. I hope that you have gotten lessons from it, and that you would continue to listen, to share, and to watch the Bible stories. Until next time, the Lord bless you.